Greetings! In today's video we will be talking about this resource panel as well as this left menu panel and this right one. Let's start from the top one, which shows the resources our empire has. Energy credits act as a currency. They are produced in power plants, obtained from trade or mining. They are used to buy resources in the space market, as well as to buy slaves after the creation of a galactic community. Most buildings need them to maintain. Minerals are mined in mining districts, as well as mining stations, and very rarely at star bases in nebula system. They are also used to build every building and district, producing consumer goods and alloys, as well as turning planet into eco-monopolies. Food is produced in agriculture district, as well as in star bases in hydroponic bay. It is only needed so that people do not starve and grow, and also for sale. Consumer goods are produced in the industrial districts and civilian industries from minerals. It is needed for scientists to produce research, bureaucrats to produce unity, and also for living standards. Alloys are needed to build star bases, to build ships, and to create robots. They are produced at industrial districts and at alloy foundries from minerals. Influence is used to build star bases, declare claims, and maintain commercial and migration pacts. It is produced passively, as well as for power projection, the amount of lead you have. Also, the skills of some leaders give an increased production of influence. Having a rivalry also grants you a little influence. Unity is produced by bureaucrats and cultural workers, serves to maintain leaders, edicts, and to discover traditions. Science is produced in research labs and also at research stations. It is used to discover technologies. Some scientists also produce science. Rare resources are mid-game elements. They can be obtained only with the corresponding technology. They are needed in order to improve ship elements, maintain some buildings, and edicts. Empire size consists of districts, systems, planets, and pops. It can be lowered by some leader skills, as well as by adopting traditions or ascension perks. If the size of the empire exceeds 100, a percentage debuff is applied to the cost of adopting traditions and discovering technologies. Empire population shows how many pops currently live in the empire. Leader capacity shows how many leaders are available now, their maximum number, and in brackets, number of envoys. Starbase capacity shows how many upgraded starbases you might have. Naval capacity shows how many ships you can have, debuffs if the number of ships is greater. Also, it shows power projection. So now the panel on the left. Let's start with this big button here, with the flag of your empire. When you press it, you will be shown a screen with ethic and civics, your leader, and positive and negative effects acting on your empire. Information about your origin will also be given. You can also change voice acting here. Here, by clicking the form government, you can change civics. So, now let's talk about this left panel, in order. But, firstly, I must warn you that your order might be different. To make one like mine, click on this toggle menu button. Now you can move it. I made it for the previous version of game, because I'm used to play like that. Contacts shows all known races, your relation to them, their civics and strength compared to yours. If you are subject or overlord, you will see the agreement panel. Situation log show events, precursors, archaeological sites, projects, as well as anomalies, and who is going to win. The market shows prices for products, fee, and there is also a possibility for setting up a monthly trade. Also, you can go to the market by simply clicking any resource. With the advent of the galactic community, a slave market will appear. It looks like this. As your empire extends, new sectors will appear that can be viewed by clicking on this icon. In this menu, you can see a short description of each sector, transfer to resources that, if you enable planet automatization, will spend on the automatic construction of buildings or districts. Next, expansion planning. Here you can choose a planet to settle on and see a short summary about it. I never use this because it's easier to me to see on a map and choose planet like that. Government. Here you can see council, leaders who hold leading positions and give additional bonuses, and program you have chosen. On the second page we can see fractions, which gives unity passively. On the third we can see policies and edicts. With the purchase of Galactic Paragons DLC, you will have more seats in the council and accordingly more bonuses. Civics you choose give bonuses for the leaders. Next, we got society management. Here we can spend unity to choose traditions. When we complete all tradition 3, we will gain access to Ascension perk, a very powerful bonus. On the second page, we have relics that we can get during the game. Also, we have their actions with minor artifacts. On the third, here we have the Nemesis DLC, and we have taken Ascension perk to become Crisis. We will have the function to move along the path of becoming threat to the galaxy. In the Fleet Manager, we can create new fleets or upgrade old ones. Also, there is Ship Designer, where, if we turn off automatic generation, we can design ships for ourselves. On the technology branch, we can choose the technologies that will be studied. There are 3 types of technologies: physics, society, and engineering. There will be up to 3 technologies to choose from. Some technologies are closed for the later game, and in order to open them, you need to study simpler ones. Claims. By opening this menu, you can make claim to enemy territory, so that it becomes possible to declare war to capture territory. And if you succeed, this territory will go to you. Species. Here you can see the species that live in the galaxy or in your empire. Also, here you can set rights of your citizens or any other races that live in your empire. And lastly, leaders. Here you can see all leaders available and also hire new ones. To get here, you can click on leaders icon. Next, let's take a look at this right list called Outliner. It serves to simplify the gameplay. By clicking on sectors, we can see all the available sectors. Sectors are given the name of the capital planet, but we can rename them. Next, we see the planets in this sector. By clicking one of them, we will go to it. On planets, in free cells, you can build buildings that provide various resources or bonuses. Above the buildings, we see districts. City district provides housing and a clerk job, and also unlocks one building slot. Industrial district gives you consumer goods and alloys, generator, energy, mining, minerals, and agriculture district gives you food. Above the district, we see governor, who gives bonuses to planet. To the right of it, we see the bonuses of the planet. For example, when starting with prosperous unification origin, we got that bonus. Below, we can see trade value, and on the bottom, we can see production and scarcity of resources on the planet. To the right of it, we have a build queue. Only one building at the same time can be built. Slightly higher, there are automation and specialization of the planet. These parameters can be changed at any time. The specialization of planet allows you to get more resources, spending less. At the top, we can see such parameters as level of crime, available housing, amenities, available jobs, and unemployed pops. Each of these parameters contributes to the stability. The higher the stability, the greater the production of resources by settlement. On the second page, we can allocate people to jobs. Usually, they go to work in order from top to bottom. So, if there is a profession of a bureaucrat and a miner, the new settlement will prefer to work as bureaucrat. A little lower, you can manually configure where people will work. For example, remove all clerks. On the third page, we have armies. Here we can see our defense power and hire more armies. Last page, holdings. It's featured with DLC. If you are an overlord, you can build some here, as well as if you are corporate. Further, we have star bases. They are the first line of defense. You can also build fleets and some special buildings on them. Fleets are next. Here you can quickly switch between them or press the improvement button. Further, we have civilian ships. Science ship to explore space and anomalies, and construction ship to build more star bases or mining station. At the end of the list, fractions. Here you can see the level of approval and the amount of unity received. That's all for today. I hope this guide helped you at least a little to understand this wonderful game.